Today I'm looking at an old Moves magazine that I have, number 70, from June, July of 1992. And there's really only one reason, or two, a couple of reasons I kept this one. It has a number of support articles I think that are very good, but this first one is 1863. So this is a follow-up game from GMT Games from 1862 by, I believe, is Richard Berg, Civil War Games. I've never played this series. I don't know if it evolved into something else, but this is a replay by Terry Rooker of the Battle of Fredericksburg 2. And I believe this box had, four different games in it from the year 1863. And this one of the nice features is a beautiful picture of the map for this replay. So it's a very well done article. It has some of the charts and tables from the game in the article that you can reference. And so it's a pretty good article. There is another article. I really liked this one. It is called Finally You Are in Command. And this is mainly a look at what the writer, I think, feels the innovation of the Civil War Brigade series written orders does. He even compares it to the Tactical Combat Series games, which has their own version of, ops sheets, which is like written orders. And he contrasts that with some of the other attempts to cover this the command control, so like Richard Berg's turn continuation track or table, or there have been some other ideas on how to make this uncertainty, but nothing really has the flavor that the Civil War Brigade series written orders has. And this article has a lot of commentary toward Baron Victory, which was one of the entries in that series, and it was covering Chickamauga. So it's an excellent game. Even though it's dated and old, the Civil War Brigade series Baron Victory is excellent. We also have an article by John Desch called Desert Storm, the Mother of All Battles. This is covering scenarios from the Command magazine number 13, which zeroes in on the Iraq War. I don't have that game. I don't have that magazine in my collection, so I don't really have much to say about that article. There's another one here on the Republic of Rome. This is a look at some of the theories behind the Republic of Rome from Avalon Hill Game Company. I know this is a popular game for some people. However, I do not have that game either. But one of the funny things about this is the subheadings in this article are all based on rock and roll. So one is, you say you want to start a revolution, John Lennon. It's money that matters, Newman. Money changes everything, Cyndi Lauper. Send lawyers, guns, and money. We don't need another hero, Tina Turner. Dirty deeds done dirty cheap, it says. AC/DC, Just My Imagination, and Walk This Way, Aerosmith. So it's kind of a funny tongue-in-cheek way to present that article. There's also an article on Days of Decision. It's an analysis. This is a pre-game and companion game to World in Flames. I don't have the original Days of Decision, but I do have Days of Decision 2, and I believe that it is a standalone game. I have fiddled around with it, but I really didn't get into it too much. But this is a very detailed look into that game. Another excellent article on Holy War Afghanistan. This is a Joe Miranda game. I think it's an excellent game from S&T number 147 on the Afghan War in the late 70s. So there's this very good coverage here, talking a little bit about some of the analysis of this game and what the objectives are in it. So that's very good. There is an article dealing with Okinawa from Wargamer number 55. So these are all these old games are easy to pick up in the secondhand market. So if you have an interest in exploring them, these articles might help you get into them because they are dated a little bit. And then we have an article here, the Italian campaign Sicily. I know I've talked about these games before, but it's a 4-part series that came out in S&T, and Sicily was in 146, and then Salerno 150, and then Anzio 155, and then MedWar to kind of tie them together in 160. So these are, because of the magazine format, the rules are tough. You have to really be willing to work, I'm sorry to say, with like a playtest kit on these, but it's pretty unique what it does in the coverage at this scale. And it's basically the same scale, I believe, as the Operational Combat series. It's 5 miles a hex, and the units are all, these little regiments and battalions and brigades. So that's just something I wanted to comment too from this magazine. There is an article toward the back regarding men at arms. And I think this may have been in reference to Tannenberg or Grunwald. And that may have been covered in an S&T magazine. There's also an article from GDW's Battle for Basra. I do have that game. I did play it. Frankly, I didn't really like the game that much. And this picture sort of shows a black and white photo of it, but the counters are tear-out counters, so they have perforated edges. It's very strange for a war game. But anyway, those are just a few of the things covered in Moves number 70. So if you're interested in any of those games, you might want to check this out. Leave any comments that you might have on these games or this magazine down below, and I thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day.